everyone, welcome to Manga Mondays, a show where I talk about manga on the first day of the work week. Sunday is the first day of the week. And today we have a new Shonen Jump title, Phantom Busters by NEOSHOCO. Straight A student Eugene Koreshiki doesn't believe in ghosts, but his classmate Mogari Shishikuno is an exorcist who swallows them whole. Mogari can't see ghosts on his own, but once he and Eugene meet someone with the sight, there's only one path left. Form an exorcist club at school, and embark on a high school life that's anything but normal. Who are you gonna call? I'm sorry. Yes, a new Shonen Jump supernatural action manga with zany antics and a high school setting. This guy looks kind of familiar. The story revolves around four main characters, and as I finished this first volume, I felt like it was oddly convoluted. The first volume is just sort of an assortment of chapters to make sure that the characters all meet and join this club. But each of them interact with ghosts in a different way, such as the aforementioned Mogari, who is an exorcist and eats them. But he needs to be touching somebody with the sight to see apparitions properly, which would be the character Kanzaki, who can see them properly. And then there's Tamon, who can't see them, but he can hear them. And of course, Mogari can transfer out his powers when he's touching somebody, so all four of them sort of have to touch each other so that all of them can properly see and hear the ghost in its entirety. So right off the bat, that has quite an intricate setup, and it starts to feel like it's a bit much with how wordy it is. Like, for a Shonen Jump manga, this is a really, really wordy one. So to really absorb everything, it kind of took me a while to read. Anybody who's read any supernatural shonen manga will be familiar with all of the unoriginal tropes that make up the foundation of Phantom Busters. Urban legends about ghosts haunting the school or haunted classrooms, paranormal research club, wandering souls with unfinished business that need help passing on, the skeptic, the believer, the seer. And the zany, hot-headed character is not the protagonist this time. Instead, it is the British guy, down in the corner here, Eugene, who does not believe in ghosts until he saw one. Funny how that works, right? But it's all here. And I ate it right up. Originality is overrated. That is my honest opinion. So as long as you can make something engaging, fun, or insightful, that's all that matters. With Phantom Busters, I felt like the premise had a lot of elasticity, if that makes sense. Like, what I mean by that is that it can encompass funny stories, heartfelt passing on stories, spooky encounter stories, and action and fights, and that's pretty much all you can ask for with a shonen manga, to be honest. Like I said sort of at the beginning, the dynamic of the four characters has a bit of a complicated setup, but once they're together, they bounce off each other like a ball in a pinball machine. Now, are they the most compelling characters? No, but they don't really have to be. The thing you have to look out for in a series like this is longevity. Shonen Jump manga these days might not overstay their welcome in the way they used to, but they also really struggle to maintain consistent momentum. Yeah, I mean, Phantom Busters Volume 1, I can comfortably say, was really fun and it has potential, but will it live up to it? So, I have an answer, I think. So, it's actually published in the monthly magazine Jump Square, not the weekly magazine Weekly Shonen Jump. And my hot take is that Jump manga, or just any manga in general, that are published in a monthly magazine are typically at least more consistent with their quality than manga published at a weekly basis. That's a generalization, but a lot of my favorite Jump manga, like Blue Exorcist, or Dark Gathering, or Shiki, or Time Killers by Kazue Kato of Blue Exorcist fame, come from that magazine. Also worth mentioning is that some of the titles on Jump Plus, the online magazine, that have a bi-weekly publishing schedule tend to have higher consistency with their quality as well than the weekly ones. Now, that's a complicated discussion. There's a lot to say about the actual ethics of making weekly manga, but that is 100% a video for a different time. And I mostly just brought all that up as a way to say that I think that this is probably worth sticking with. Oh, and as a quick aside, the art is really good. It has solid, defined line work, and while not the most original style, it is a clean and appealing one. That seems to be a theme with this series. Not super original, but pretty well presented. So as a whole, I really liked this first volume of Phantom Busters. I didn't quite know if I would after reading the first chapter where Eugene and Mogari meet, but once the other two members were picked up and put in the club, I was invested. And of course, like any other series, it has a conflict hook at the end. And this one was a little strange, but it's plenty to keep me reading. As always with Manga Mondays, I find it's pretty hard to recommend the first volume of a series that you have to continue reading, but I do feel comfortable saying here that if you look at this and you think you will like it, you will probably like it. But on the flip side, if you look at this and think that you won't like it, you most certainly won't like it. and you should probably seek entertainment of higher substance. And that's pretty much all I have to say, other than, of course, that I have to get to reading Volume 2 now. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. At the end here, there's some links to my other channels and some other videos I've made. So again, like and subscribe if you liked this. And just thanks again for watching. Have a good one.